Welcome, Warwick. Let's give our graduates a round of applause. I feel we can do better than that. Let's give them one more round. Good morning, graduates, proud parents, families, and honored guests. I am Georgiana Diopoulos, the extremely proud principal of Warwick Valley High School, and I want to thank you so very much for being here today for this incredible occasion. Please stand and join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by our senior choir members performing under the direction of our choral director, Noreen Hansen.
Is it an ear?
It's okay. A lot of people can still hear you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you. I could listen to our kids sing all day. That was beautiful. And thank you to the members of the Warwick Valley High School Wind Ensemble and Concert Band for their performance of Pomp and Circumstance as we entered the stadium today, under the direction of our incredibly talented band director, Miss Megan Schaefer. I need my glasses. Today marks a milestone in the life of our graduates. We are gathered together to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and growth. The Warwick Valley High School class of 2025 has shown exceptional resilience and determination, overcoming and embracing every challenge presented to them. They are truly an inspirational class, some of whom have chosen to dedicate themselves to the armed forces. What our students who are joining a branch of the military, attending a military college, or becoming members of the Reserve Officer Training Corps, ROTC, please stand. Thank you for honoring these students and their commitment to service. You may be seated. Thank you. In addition, some of our students chose to join us this year from far corners of the globe, enriching our school with their diverse perspectives and cultures. Thank you to our exchange students for choosing Warwick Valley High School as a part of your educational journey. Of course, the resilience and determination we celebrate today were not developed in isolation. None of this would be possible without the support system that surrounds them: family, friends, and educators who have guided them along this path. Your support, encouragement, and belief in their abilities have played an instrumental role in their success. Today, we extend our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. It is my pleasure to introduce and thank the individuals who have joined us today. Their dedication, expertise, and unwavering commitment to education have played a pivotal role in upholding the highest standards of teaching and learning within Warwick Valley Central School District. Starting with our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Leach, along with Assistant Superintendents Tim Holmes, Cindy Leandro, and Megan McGordy, and our dedicated administrative team at the elementary schools, middle schools, and our district office. Our Warwick Valley Central School District's Board of Education, led by our President, Keith Parsons, Vice President Dory Macefield, and board members Mandy Blanton, Tara Cruz, Bill Fanos, John Garsha, Robert Howe, Daniel Mahoney, and Thomas Maslenka. Thank you for your service. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. Civic duty. In addition, welcome to Sarah Haddon, the Superintendent of Greenwood Lake Schools, Jonathan Thurber, President of Greenwood Lake Board of Education, along with members of the Greenwood Lake Board of Education, David Clifford, Michael Emsworth, Patricia Kaminsky, Evan Mahoney, and Aaron Nowak. Let's give them a round of applause. Civic duty, that should be commended. I would also like to welcome our honored guests, Jesse Dwyer, Warwick Town Supervisor. Let's clap. Warwick Mayor, Mr. Michael Newhard. And Thais Pilieri, Greenwood Lake Village Trustee. And last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank the teachers sitting before me, the counselors, the custodial staff, and the grounds crew for all of their hard work and dedication to making this day outside in our stadium possible. It truly takes a village, and it is evident that Warwick is completely committed to their children. So thank you, Warwick. And now to my class of 2025. Today is a day of celebration, a moment where we pause to reflect on all that you have accomplished and look ahead to the journeys that await you. Each of you arrived at this moment after years of dedication, growth, resilience, and yes, possibly a bit of procrastination. You know who you are. Through late nights of studying, early mornings of practice, and countless moments of friendship, you've not only earned a diploma, you've built a strong foundation for your future. You're leaving high school in a world that is dynamic, fast-moving, and full of challenges, but also full of countless possibilities. You've shown us that you are ready. You've proven that through persistence, creativity, and heart, you can navigate whatever challenges or opportunities that are presented to you. As the writer Maya Angelou once said, quote, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better," end quote. You're leaving here today equipped with the knowledge, empathy, and skills to do better for yourselves, for your families, for your communities, and for the world. As you move forward whether to college, careers, the military, or whatever path you choose to take. Remember, stay curious and be brave. Be lifelong learners. Seek out voices different from your own. Embrace setbacks as opportunities for growth. Don't ever let the doubts of others inhibit you. Don't let the fear of the unknown prevent you from trying something new. The diploma you receive today is not an end, but rather a beginning. A beginning full of choices that only you can make. Push yourself to think differently. Pave your own path. Class of 2025, you are the authors of your own stories. Write them boldly. Dream big. Lead with integrity and compassion. And never forget the friendships, the mentors, the sound of my heels in the hallway, and all the moments that shaped you here at Warwick Valley High School. We love you. We're proud of you. And we are going to miss you. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce Gisela Gujar, the Salutatorian of the class of 2025.
Good morning to our dedicated teachers and staff, to the family and friends who've always stood by us, and most importantly, to the class of 2025. My name is Gisela, and it's a privilege to speak to you on a day that holds so much meaning for all of us. Today is a moment we've been moving toward for years, a milestone that marks not just the end of high school, but the beginning of something new and the next chapter of our lives. When I started thinking about what to say today, I struggled to produce something original and truly inspiring. Not because I didn't care, but because I didn't want to stand up here and hand out advice like I figured it all out. We're graduating together, and at this very moment, I don't have insight that makes me more qualified to make sense of this day than anyone else. So I thought it would be better fit to share a lesson, one in which I feel is crucial to keep in mind as we move forward. I knew I didn't want to rely on overused graduation cliches, not to say they aren't meaningful, but because I wanted to speak to something more personal and unique. Something that reflects not just our accomplishments, but the journey that brought us here. The unpredictable, very truthful parts of growing up. So instead of turning to a famous politician or philosopher, I turned to a rapper. One whose words have truly stuck with me, J. Cole. I know what you may be thinking. Quoting a rapper in a salutatorian address? That's crazy. Although it may seem unconventional, I believe he best conveys the message I would like to share with you all today. In his song, Love Yours, he says, "There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours." It's the kind of lyric that might sound simple at first, something you hum along to without thinking twice while you're walking the dog or taking the trash out. But the more I sat with it, the more I realized how much weight it carries, especially in a world that normalizes the constant comparison of ourselves to everyone around us. High school gave us plenty of opportunities to measure ourselves: GPAs, test scores, college applications, as well as personal challenges that tested our integrity for future ambitions. We've been surrounded by numbers and benchmarks that try to define how successful or talented or ahead we are. And while those achievements are worth celebrating, they're not the full story. Because what those numbers can't measure are the things we faced and overcame along the way. The nights we stayed up finishing assignments while juggling family responsibilities, the times we kept showing up even when we felt defeated. The quiet resilience that no award ever recognizes. That's the part of our journey that deserves to be recognized and to be honored. And that's what J. Cole's lyric reminds us, that the life we have, however imperfect, however different from the one we may have imagined, is already worth appreciating. That no college acceptance letter or perfect plan makes our story less real or less valuable. He builds on the same idea from another line of the same song. You can have it all, but it's all meaningless if the people around you don't love you sincerely. This is a reminder that no amount of success matters if we lose sight of what really grounds us: kindness, connection, and authenticity. We live in a world that often rewards the image of success more than the substance behind it. But the truth is, what makes life meaningful isn't what people see. It's what we know to be true about ourselves when no one is watching. So today, I wanted to take a moment to thank the people who've helped us build that truth. To our teachers and school staff, thank you for doing more than just delivering lessons. Thank you for staying late to answer our questions, for believing in us when we didn't believe in ourselves, and for creating a space for us to grow, not just as students, but as people. To our families and loved ones, thank you for the countless ways you've supported us, often quietly, without expecting recognition. For the rides, the meals, the advice, the patience, for being the foundation we could return to no matter what kind of day we had. And most importantly, to my fellow graduates, thank you for being a part of this shared experience. For the race to the parking afternoon, the classes we shared, the memories we made, and most of all, the friendships we have created. We've grown up together in ways we may not even fully realize yet, and I'm grateful to have walked these years alongside all of you. Now, as we step into the unknown, whether it's college, work, a gap year, the military, or something entirely different, we're carrying more than just what we learned in class. We're carrying the values we built here. We're carrying the ability to keep showing up even when the path ahead isn't clear. And we're carrying the knowledge that who we are is not defined by comparison or perfection, but by courage, sincerity, and perspective. So dream big, of course, work hard and take risks, but also slow down sometimes. Appreciate the things that don't make it into a resume. Let yourself be proud, even when your success doesn't look like someone else's. Because as J. Cole reminds us, there's no such thing as life that's better than yours. Congratulations to the class of 2025. May we move forward with ambition, but also with empathy, with boldness, but also with humility, and may we never forget that a meaningful life isn't something we chase, it's something we create, one moment at a time. Thank you and congratulations.
Let's give her another round of applause. That was outstanding. Please welcome our Board of Education President, Mr. Keith Parsons.
Good morning. To my fellow board members, the administration, teachers and staff, family and friends, but most importantly, the extraordinary graduates of the class of 2025. You might wonder when you start to write a speech like this, and for those who are curious, no, ChatGPT did not write it. Because I truly believe that a system like that can't really capture the depth of emotion that comes with a moment like this. Preparing for today started long before this morning, and even perhaps the day after last year's ceremony, when a friend of mine, while we were celebrating with some of the graduates on the field after last year's graduation, asked me, "Are you going to be able to keep it together next year?" And that question stayed with me, because I don't just stand here honored to represent the Board of Education. I stand here even more humbled, representing the parents and the loved ones of our graduates, because my wife and I also have someone graduating today, and that makes today just a little bit more special. So to the graduates of the class of 2025, listen closely, because I speak not just as a board member, but as a father, a friend, a supporter, and someone like every person here today is immensely proud of you. Each of you has taken a unique journey to get to this moment. And while there are countless paths that have led you to this field today, I think we can agree on one thing. The days go slow, but the years go by so very fast. It feels like just yesterday we were preparing for the first day of school, and we've seen so many firsts over the years. Your first steps, first day of school when we watched you get on that bus, and what we didn't tell you is we were probably more nervous than you were that day. That first tough homework assignment when we sat beside you trying to best to help until eventually we kind of had to admit defeat, and I'm speaking about math when I talk about that. That first concert, the first big game, your first real setback, and your first major triumph. We watched as you overcame obstacles, found your voice, built lifelong friendships, and grew into the incredible people sitting here today. And one thing that has never been a first for any of us, something we have felt over and over again, is just how amazed we are of you and your accomplishments. But today is not an ending, but a new beginning. Looking back, this class has shown incredible strength, perseverance, and a commitment to learning, not from books, but from life itself. Never forget the lessons learned, both inside and outside the classroom. The challenges faced, the resilience you've shown, and the kindness and determination that shaped you. Those are the things that define you. And those are the qualities that will carry you forward. So as you step into the future, carry with you the same passion, same dedication, and the same heart that brought you to this very moment. And I'm going to be honest with you, the road ahead's not always going to be easy. Life is going to be full of challenges. But I ask that you let those challenges become stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Remember that success isn't about perfection, it's about growth. It's about learning from failures, embracing change, and having the courage to keep moving forward. And so, on behalf of every parent and loved one here, and those watching from afar, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your journey. Thank you for letting us watch you grow. Thank you for becoming the amazing people we always knew you could be. And as you turn the page to this next chapter, know that this is your story to write. Dream big, work hard, love deeply, laugh often, and never lose sight of who you are. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Let's give him another round of applause. That was great. Please join me in welcoming the Valedictorian address that will be presented by Evan Grunfast.
Good morning, class of 2025, faculty and staff, family and friends. My name is Evan Grunfast, and it is an honor to be able to speak before you today. I sincerely hope that you have been enjoying our 2025 graduation ceremony so far. I'd like to take this time to reflect on the work and sacrifice it took to get to this moment. Throughout our high school careers, as well as lives, finding a work-life balance has been undoubtedly the toughest task that we have faced. Striking a balance between what we want to do, what we need to do, and what we should do is perhaps the toughest challenge that we are tasked with in our daily lives. And in my personal experience, I can say that there were many days where I failed at that. I think we can all recall walking into a test that we didn't study for, asking our friends what the topic of the test was even about right before we took it. And I'm sure we can all agree that there were more than a few sleepless nights spent making up work that we had procrastinated for weeks, or times that we endlessly scrolled on social media instead of doing our assignments. But you know what? That's okay. Nobody should be expected to be perfect. To err is human. To be perfect is not. We are by no means flawless, but we are defined by our resilience, our perseverance. Victory belongs to the most tenacious. We are defined not by the mistakes that we make, but how we learn and grow from those mistakes. That is what it means to be truly successful. I'd also like to reflect on what this graduation ceremony really means. Of course, this ceremony is a celebration and a reflection of all that we have achieved and endured and experienced throughout our high school careers. The friends we made, the success and hardships we had, and the experiences that will undoubtedly shape us. So if you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to celebrate, celebrate until you can't anymore. But know that this is not the magnum opus of our lives. As much as this ceremony is a celebration of all that we have accomplished, it is equally a celebration of all that is to come. It is to celebrate the new beginnings ahead of us, the unique path that each one of us will forge for ourselves. The endless possibility that awaits us in our future, and the ability to take charge of our own destinies. So what does that beautiful degree that will be handed shortly really mean? It is proof that we have what it takes to do it. It is proof that we have the determination it takes to lead us to triumph in our futures and throughout the rest of our lives. And remember, physics is all around us. Thank you and congratulations to the Warwick Valley High School class of 2025.
Let's give him another round of applause. That was a great speech. Kids are knocking it out of the park today. Please allow me to introduce Kayla Bell, the senior speaker for the class of 2025.
Good morning. Dr. Diopoulos, administrators and faculty members, fellow graduates, friends, and family, it is a pleasure and an honor for me to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2025. Your hard work, diligence, and resilience cannot be understated, and it is that and more that has brought us here today. This day, this achievement, has been greatly anticipated. Growing up watching the characters of various Disney Channel movies like High School Musical make their way to this exact same milestone, we had this idea of high school that was very quickly proven to be a false reality. I can say with certainty that there were no breakout dance scenes during lunch, or Troy Bolton's on the basketball court singing to you in the stands. I was a bit disappointed. But nevertheless, our experience at this school was no less special or memorable. It's in times like these that remind us how far we have come from the 8th grade selves we received letters from. We have created unforgettable memories, forged unbreakable bonds, and scratched the surface of what was only the beginning of our lives. Today is a day to recognize just how far we have come. Because I know I can speak for a lot of us that senioritis actually started during our 8th grade Zoom classes. But despite it all, we've made it here today, to this moment, together. This day marks a momentous milestone, the opening of many doors and inevitably the closing of others. Our entire lives, we have been conditioned to solely look forward. And after years of doing just that, I can't help but ask myself, now what? Again, we look forward. For some, we look forward to starting college, and for others to travel, to start trades, to work, to your ship-out date as a recruit, to take a well-deserved break, to audition for Broadway, start that business you've always dreamed about. I encourage you to take these opportunities and revel in them, thrive and shine, but I also wish to encourage not only my fellow graduates, but all who we are surrounded by today to live in this moment. Live in time as it is happening. We often jump too quickly to our anxieties and anticipations for the future when the present is passing us by. Live here and live now and appreciate all of the beauty that surrounds where you are in your journey, no matter where your destination may be. As we embark on this new expedition and leave the institution that has raised us as we are, we must enter with a mind that is permeable to inspiration and impenetrable to defeat. I commend everyone on the victory of their invisible battles or the continuous effort to overcome them. And to anyone who has ever felt uncertain, second-guessed, underestimated, dismissed, or ignored, I wish to remind you that regardless of circumstance or whatever that voice in the back of your head may be saying, you are not alone. The world is so big, and your life is only just beginning. There is more to see, and I promise you do belong. You hold intrinsic, everlasting value, and everything you lose is a step that you take. I extend my deepest of gratitudes to all of the teachers and mentors who have guided us, role models who have inspired us, administrators who paved our ways here, all friends and family who have supported us, and all of the loved ones whose presence is not tangible, but whose memory is alive inside of all of the hearts they have touched. And to my classmates, the world is waiting for us. Be brave in your endeavors, inspired for your future, and kind to people, kind to yourself. Carry the truth with you, a truth that you are enough and that you always have been. Congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2025. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Our students are truly inspirational. Excellent job. And now, the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Leach, will address the senior class.
What a day, what a view, and what an incredible group of graduates before us. You know, I think everyone here started checking the weather forecast 25 days ago. We were looking at these little apps. It's Weather Underground, Weather Channel, you name it. And it reminded me a little bit of this class, especially their last quarter of their senior year. Started out strong, started seeing some gray clouds with little gold lightning bolts, got a little nervous, and then they came through with flying colors, even with senioritis. So they are truly inspirational and extraordinary. You know, this morning, your principal, she called me about 6:15 a.m., and she says to me, "What do you think? I'm here in Warwick, and it's raining a little bit." And I said to her, I said, "You know what? You're a doctor now. Why don't you figure it out?" And she says to me, she goes, "You know what?" She goes, "I'm wearing my hair curly today. It's perfect for this weather. I'm going outside." So you have arrived, Principal Dr. Diopoulos. You have arrived. Speaking of arrived, let me begin with a line from an iconic song that came well before your time, graduates. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Do you know that song? I hope you know that song. I know your playlists are probably full of artists like Taylor Swift, J. Cole, I just heard his name, Travis Scott, Olivia Rodrigo, Drake, maybe Zach Bryan, and then even Ice Spice. By the way, I don't know who Ice Spice is, so on my way into work, I typed in my car, Ice Spice. You shouldn't be listening to Ice Spice. I mean, come on, you're scholars now. That is some naughty stuff. Anyway, but I also know your generation has borrowed more than a few hits from my generation. See, I go on TikTok once in a while too, and Michael Jackson, I see all the time here on TikTok. I attend football games here. Bon Jovi, I hear his music at football games. Whitney Houston, karaoke reels and dances. Queen at school dances, definitely. So the 80s are still alive and well. And while Frank Sinatra isn't, yeah, let's go, come on. The 80s are alive and well. And graduates, we are cool because our music rules. Does that rhyme? It rhymed a little bit, right? I don't know. Anyway, I know Frank Sinatra's not from your generation, and he's not really from mine either. But it's an iconic, he's iconic, and the song's iconic. So this year, my inspiration came from an unexpected place, and that was at Yankee Stadium. So last Sunday, I was with my two sons. They're adult age now, and after a 4-2 win late in the game against the Orioles, you know, Sinatra's song plays. That's the tradition at Yankee Stadium. When the Yankees win, they play Sinatra's New York, New York. And when they lose, they play, well, I don't know what, all these different songs. And Sinatra's New York, New York echoed through the stadium, through the stairwells, and out into the Bronx. Somewhere between the second and third time I heard it, I smiled to myself. I said, okay, I've got my message for you folks today. That song full of confidence and possibility became the lens of what I was going to share today. Because like the lyrics say, if I can make it there, I can make it anywhere. And you've already made it here. You've made it here in Warwick, in the classrooms filled with discovery, on stages, athletic fields, studios, labs, in moments of doubt and milestones of triumph. You have. You've overcome some setbacks, embraced change. You've shown heart, grit. And because of that, you are ready to make it anywhere. There's something uniquely powerful about growing up here in Warwick, New York. And I've been part of your career, many of you, since you were in first grade. That's when I first met most of you. And I've got to learn firsthand. There's a rhythm to it here in Warwick. There's sort of like a spirit, I would call it. You've learned to work hard. You're really good at speaking up, by the way, when you're unhappy. You look after each other, you do. And you stand tall when things get tough. Those are the values, they're your values that will stay with you wherever life takes you next. And yes, like the lyrics in this iconic song, these little town blues are melting away. Maybe that's how some of you feel today, like you're outgrowing something familiar, like you're ready to trade what you know for what's possible and what's exciting. That's not just natural, it's necessary. It means you're growing, it means you're becoming. But remember, leaving home doesn't mean leaving behind who you are. It means carrying Warwick with you, your roots, your values, your voice, into every room, every new city, every new chapter. All of you, every single one, are ready for what's ahead. So just like the song lyric says, I want to be part of it, New York, New York. So be part of it, wherever your New York will be. Maybe it's a hospital lab or a Broadway stage or a tech startup or a classroom or a new trade or military service, whatever it'll be. Or maybe even something we haven't even imagined yet. Wherever you go, go with a purpose. Rise each day with intent, aiming, as the song says, to be king of the hill, top of the heap. And when life feels overwhelming, and it may, when the pace is fast or the lights are too bright, come back to the song. Let it remind you of where you began. You'll certainly hear it over and over throughout your life. Let it remind you there's so much more waiting for you. So now, class of 2025, it's your turn. Step forward, be bold, make noise, chase dreams, take the leap. Wherever your New York may be in the future, go there with confidence, kindness, and with pride and where you came from. You've made it here, now go make it anywhere. And when you do, don't just sing the song, live it. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
I heard a little singing voice there, Dr. Leach. I didn't know that about you. And now, Miss Mary Fox, Mr. Nick DeLeo, Mr. Ray Mark, and Miss Julie Sikelski will announce the Warwick Valley High School class of 2025.
Diana Lizette Aguilar Solis. Xavier Alifi. Michael Anthony Aloya. Roman Howard Anderson. Keegan Brianne Armistead. Maya Rosemarie Asiante. Liam Asbury. Rowan Michael Astorino. Dania E. Barillas. Gabriela Elise Barquero. Amelia Beravecchia. Angel Barrientos Bedoya. Ariana Bastardi. Haley Bauer. Alejandro Beauchamp. Brenna Rose Velasco. Kayla Elizabeth Bell. Jessica Ann Bell. Scarlett Beltodi. Joseph Berg. Reese Berman. Kobe Boache. Jerry Bolick. Kayla Bonadiaz. Kayvon Bowman. Nigeria Bradley. Madison Breen. Zachary Brusha. Lily Burrows. Samantha Grace Calise. Elizabeth Cardella. Haven Cardine. Lucas Carrillo. John Barton Carter. Michael Caselli. Christian Michael Cassiano. Danny Castillo. Aba Elise Cauda. Isabella Venera Chase. Sawyer Hudson Clark. Kira Ann Collins. Ashley Jade Comer. Brian Connolly. Aiden Corballis. Zoe Nevea Crane. Gianna Cresimano. Sasha Ariana Crespo. Sophie Genevieve Cresser. Jaden Cresivore. Ariella Davidovich. Silas DeSegli. Sophia Del Valle. Shane De La Rosa. Joseph D. DiPiero. Madison Grace DeSantis. Daniel Devine. Gabriella Lucia DeMarco. Zoe DiMartino. Nicholas Joseph DiMattina. Christian Dinu Jr. Alyssa DeVico. John Doyle. Abigail Joan Dunn. Owen Durgan. Zachary Aiden Eskildson. Matthew Fanning. Aubrey Ferret. Zachary Nash Felker. Rodney Fernandez. Alex Ferrari. Raylan T. Fellini. Joseph Deacon Finn. Ashley Grace Fitzgerald. Sahani Renee Flowers. Angelina Marie Boschini. Abigail Faust. Jalen Fouch Mann.
Casey Fox. Brody Frederick. Colin Freet. Bailey Fry. Holly Frischkinet. Sophia Agnes Fryer. Benjamin Geiber. Asa Garner. Etta Gray Garofalo. Eva Marie Garofalo. Oscar Gasca Flores. Graham Gasperi. Jake George. Sean Germain. Annika Gayson. Charlotte Rose Gillen. Kevin John Ginley. Michaela Durand. Sana Glass. Kyle Gluckstein. Anthony Gomez. Neve Gormley. Juliana Elizabeth Groff. Harrison Gratzel. Mia Green. Evan Grundfast. Angel Gualin. Gisela Gujar. Kurt Christopher Gunther. Lysandra Thalia Gerda. Jack Hagan. Alexa Hansen. Michael Hansen. Kira Nicole Harrison. Cole Brandt Haskew. Grant Havel. Jillian Hayak.
Mackenzie Hayak. Andrew Heim. Paul Joseph Helmrich. Michael Hennessy. Dennis Holder. Dexter Elliott Hudspeth. Brielle Isarina. Joseph H. Jockle. Victoria Johnson. Brady Anthony Judd. Abigail Noel Cadis. Caitlin Carmen. Dallas Kaminsky. Angelina Cans. Christian Katsubanis. Kira Ann Kelly. Connor Kenny. Alexa Keys. Siam Kamsopa. Sarah Cleveno. Jana May Kralik. Thomas Kunich. Lilybeth Noel Kuros. Jessie Sarah Lasher. Aiden Laudiser. Mary Jane Lancer. Cara Nicole Landrew. Lucas Mac Langone. Caitlin Larney. Darius Latour. Nina Wren Lavorne. Shi Lee. John Michael Lobosco Jr. Eduardo Luna. Matthew Victor Lopkovich. Stephen Daniel Magooch. Marissa Nicole Mancino. Paige Ann Mano. Brianna A. Marchina. John Marciano. Gianna Massimo Martin. Sorry, Gianni. Jamie Martinez. William N. Martinez. Olivia Brooke Martino. Carrington Mask. Deandra Mateo Rosario. Kira Matson. Yorani Maya. Anthony Maza. Peter McCormick. Bethany Rose McKenzie. Kevin Michael McKevitt. Thomas McNamara. Lucia Mian. Kaylin Mila. Leila Marie Messiano. Sonny Misselli. Michael Miller. Isaiah Mishiev. Caden Molina. Michael Patrick Molinelli. Finley Moeller. Samuel Moeller. Nicholas Leo Montalto. Christian Montemanaro. Riley Ann Moore. Asher Morgenstern. Luke Morse. Baron Munkachi. Caden Nagel. Mohammed Reza Najafipour. Ava Aisha Nadru. Angelina Yu Win. Mason Mears Novak. Quinn Francis Roman Markham Novakowski. Olivia O'Brien. Jake O'Neill. Diana Olivar Vargas. Madeline Ohlert. Jimmy Onderdonk. Angie Madeline Ortiz.
Olivia Oyola. Isaiah Daniel Pagan. Caden Noel Parsons. Yogi Jayesh Patel. Macari Paulson. Anthony Piccone. Samantha Peak. Donovan Pegues. Sebastian Pena. Charlene Madison Petroshak.
Yeah, Griff.
Griffin Allen Petzold. Benjamin Pickering. Christian Pinavaya. Katerina Anastasia Pliva. Gary Michael Polikoff. Nathaniel Posthumous. Talia Jade Patempa. Tyler Powell. Oliver Prestiacomo. Connor Price. Zachary Pritchard. Natalie Prue. Amelia Shibashang. Mia Eliza Pujols. Holly Ann Purda. Angelica Quadrino. Jack Daniel Rado. Sophie Elliott Reagans. Hector Ramirez Bravo. Jonathan Ramos. Rachel Ramos. Daniel Renato. Matthew Rashford. Caitlin Rasmussen. Andrew Nicholas Redling. Aiden Juan Redamar. Olivia J. Retro. Angelo A. Ricco. Rashid Richardson II. Aiden Retorto. Riley Roberti. Johanna L. Robles. Jaden Rodriguez. Anthony Eric Rowe. Simon Roldan. Sophia Francesca Roma. Jocelyn Romero. Isabella Romero. Katie Rondo. Jalen Rosario. Alexandra Marie Ross. Violet Ross. Caroline Grace Rourke. Jonathan Rowan Jr. Carmela Rufrano. Claire Russell. Ashley Nicole Ruskowitz. Olivia Mary Sandberg. Jaya Samseer. Sophia Matilda Santagato. Matthew Santiago. Alyssa Ann Sarlo. Landon Sarah. Megan Scanello. Kayla Sherman. James Shipper. Elena Rose Schlesinger. Mia Sorrentino. Taylor Secord. Colton Cineas. Milo Judah Shaw Smith Gendelman. Sophia Shea. Ruslan Shevchuk. Luca Siebert. Emma Silva. Denery Simon. Isabella Simpson. Kayla Sitt. Hope Smith. Maggie Smith. Garrison Sobo. Orion Somolovsky.
Sarah Chudnicki. Sydney Julia Sturpay. Helena Stone. Seamus R. Stratton. Cameron Strickland. Ryan Patrick Sullivan. Dylan John Sullivan. Hillary Saroon Pimentel. Victor S. Sussner. Caitlin Tierney. Dylan J. Torres. Brendan Torres. Nicholas Toscano. Charlie Nicole Tucker. Josephine Tuckfelt. Kent Uribe. Naomi Valentino. Faith Van Orden. Anthony Vasquez. Dominic Vega. Abigail Velez. Marios Veludos. Rachel Michelle Venter. Sarah Christina Venter. Darren Salvatore Vogt. Wyatt Vreeland. Jaden Walker. Charlotte Wendt. Ashlyn West. Oceana White Webb. Selvin White III. Sonia Williams. Makai Winfrey. Miranda Wright. Ryan Upis. Brianna Young. And Warwick Valley Central School District, may I present our final graduate in the class of 2025, Valerie Zapata.
How about another round of applause for the class of 2025? So soon to be graduates, I'm going to say a few final words. And when I say congratulations, you can throw those caps as high as you want. You ready? By the authority vested in me by the New York State Education Department and the Warwick Valley Central School District Board of Education, I proudly confer upon each of you the title of high school graduate of the Warwick Valley Central School District. With this honor comes the rights, privileges, and responsibilities it entails. Congratulations to the class of 2025.